Welcome to UX Fundamentals, Wireframes. I'm Crispy Emmerich. Let's go over what you'll learn in this module. First, we'll start with a review and then go over core concepts of wireframing. I'll go over a few definitions, and then I'll show you some industry standard tools and best practices. And finally, we'll do a lab project together. Let's start with a review. Remember too that user experience doesn't necessarily mean the user interface, that it's a whole lot more. Remember the brief. Let's design an app that allows customers to order pizza. To allow customers to choose pizza from a menu, the app would send an email to the restaurant with the order, the customers could pay the delivery driver, and the app should work on many devices. Core concepts. I love this quote by Dieter Rams. Indifference towards people and the reality in which they live is actually the one and only cardinal sin in design. And what that means to me is that if you design without considering the people who are using your designs, you probably won't end up with the best result. Let's play a game. There's a really fun website called dedesigntheweb.com that I encourage you to try out. I grabbed a few examples from it to show you, so we could play this game where you guess the site from its wireframe. Can you guess what this one is? What about this one? Does this website look familiar? How about this one? Number 5 ring any bells? Or number 6? For the answer, go visit the site and see for yourself. What all these have in common is they show you some examples of wireframes, showing the interface of a site without the visual design defined, so that you can focus just on the functionality and how it works rather than how it looks. Here are some definitions of wireframes. It's a visual representation of an interface. You strip away the visual design so that the focus is on the function and the user interactivity. What happens if we have a lot of visual design in our wireframes? Then people focus on the visual design, on how it looks, rather than how it works. I like to think of wireframes as a blueprint. Just as a blueprint for a building won't define the interior decoration, it doesn't talk about the color of the drapes or the carpet, etc., neither should your wireframes focus on visual design. Looking at our examples from before, here's how wireframes could be expressed when you draw them out. I want to talk a bit about wireframing versus wireframes. Wireframes are usually a deliverable that you would hand over to engineering teams to have them build your system, build your app or website. Just as blueprints are handed over to a team of builders so that the physical structure can be built, your wireframe is a deliverable or document that is handed over to teams. On the other hand, wireframing is the act of sketching. It's the act of sketching interfaces and sketching ideas as they occur to you. I encourage you to engage in the act of wireframing as much as possible. But save your wireframes until the end. In fact, a formal wireframe document is probably best created after you've done prototyping and testing and refined your ideas. But there's nothing wrong with sketching your wireframes right from the beginning.